Coming up in today's very special father-daughter Chinese food adventure.
Whoa.
We've discovered by accident what I think is China's saltiest city, and as a result, we're the most hydrated we've ever been. And speaking of hydration, want to have some duck poo tea?
She told me that I must have been Chinese in a previous life. My fingers are burning off.
But honestly, Dad's thriving in this city. He's brewing tea. He's working on his chopstick skills, and he's discovered his new favorite goose dish, which, if you know my dad, is big news. So stay tuned, grab snacks, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Hello, and welcome to another Chinese food adventure. Welcome to a very special father-daughter food adventure, actually. Mum went back to Sydney this morning. She's got to go back to work, but Dad is sticking around and doing some food adventuring with me. So we're in the speed train. We're in Guangdong province. So you may be thinking, oh yes, finally time for Shunde roast goose food adventure. I mean, that was the plan, but you won't believe it. It seems that the universe really doesn't want Dad to have this roast goose.
The Shunde goose was literally plucked out of my hand.
In case you're new to my channel, let me just recap Dad's love of Shunde roast goose. We tried it for the first time all together in Sydney about 5 years ago, and it was literally love at first sight.
Just from the look of it, I think I like it.
Love at first sight, and also love at first bite.
Oh my goodness, that's really good. Wow, that's really good. It's really good. I really like it.
And since that day, Dad's eaten this countless times in Sydney, and it's been a dream of his to try it one day in Shunde. So after our adventures in Inner Mongolia last week, we took a flight directly to Guangzhou to finally make this dream a reality.
I'd almost had it, and it was taken away. We were coming back from the airport, and Amy's talking to the taxi driver in Guangzhou, and the taxi driver said, "Don't go to Shunde. There's a virus, a mosquito-borne virus that's affected like 4,000 people."
It's all over the news. It's just weird because last time we also planned to do Shunde, but it was because of the weather. It was absolutely pouring with rain. And this time, like, guys, I'm really trying to make this happen, but it just...
This time it's pestilence. Weather, pestilence. I don't know, is it full apocalypse? No, it's not. Shunde will happen.
Shunde will happen. So, I mean, it gives you an excuse to come back.
I've got to come back again.
You've got to come back. But for now, we're doing a plan B. So there is another area here in Guangdong province. I mean, there are many areas that are famous for its food, but the place we're going is more and more famous by the minute for the incredible food culture there, and that's of course the Chaozhou region. Chaozhou's a region made up of 3 cities, Shantou, Chaozhou, and Jieyang. And in this video, we're going to be checking out Chaozhou. It's a city I've never been to before, but since this is a very last-minute change of plan, I haven't done nearly as much research as I'd usually do before filming a video, so today we're using my tried and true method of asking locals what they recommend.
潮州现在是个世界美食之都，中国有6个，潮州就是其中一个。
早餐在这里要吃什么？
它潮州那有叫肠粉，做那个肠粉呢，古城那有一家。
这里的肠粉和别的地方的肠粉有区别吗？
每个地方都不一样。你像汕头的肠粉和潮州的都不一样。哦，潮州的就是鸡蛋、花生酱、芝麻酱，汕头的就是海鲜多。
What I'm thinking is, why not go to both? Maybe tomorrow we can actually go to Shantou and make a food adventure from there, because apparently, even though the 2 cities are, I don't know, 50 kilometers apart, the chongfen we're about to have for breakfast is completely different, apparently, from the Shantou version. So
okay, we could compare and contrast.
It just never ceases to amaze me, especially in Guangdong, where you have such a rich foodie culture, how much the local food culture can even change within a couple of kilometers. Basically, this road, it's a short road, but there's been at least 10 different chongfen stores.
It's Chongfen Road, I think. Every other store, Amy's going, there's Chongfen, so there's a lot of Chongfen. But apparently we're going to the best Chongfen in Chaozhou.
It's quite busy. 想问一下，我专门过来吃肠粉，但我不知道吃哪个比较好。牛肉。So the menu features 3 different varieties of chongfen: egg and mushroom, seafood, and what we've been recommended, the beef and mushroom one. I haven't had that combination before in a chongfen. To be honest, from top to tail, this is a chongfen like I've personally never seen before. I mean, check out that thick peanut sauce, not to mention the fried onion on top too.
Whoa, big Chongfen. Oh. Smell the onions straight away.
Wow, I probably would have made this trip a lot sooner if I knew that they were making their chongfen with sesame sauce.
Not sure how you eat it, Jill.
So this, it's not like in yum cha that you can easily get like one little roll. It's kind of like you got to go in there and just like take off a piece. And I'm gonna make sure that I dip it in all of that sauce. It's a little bit of a mess.
Don't go all sea cucumber on me. Is it really bad form to use a spoon?
Oh, actually, you know what? That's probably the better way to do it. I think that's why they've got spoons on the table. We should switch the way around. It's annoying.
Left-hander.
Okay, yeah, ready? Wow.
Meaty, mushroomy, peanutty, a little bit oily, a little bit oniony.
It's so different to any other chongfen I've had before.
It's a lot of meat.
And the meat is really tender and nice. And there's egg in there as well. So it's got that breakfasty vibe.
Very
but the most
tender.
unexpected part of this is the sesame or peanut sauce on top. I'm not sure which one it is, but it gives it that nuttiness and also a thickness to this, where in every other chungfen I've had before, it's been like a soy sauce or like a more watery sauce, whereas this is like, it's thick and it really holds to that noodle. So you've got this like incredible sticky outside.
That is so good. Look, that's a mouthful. So good. That's nice.
My oyster pancake. Even if the waiter hadn't recommended this, I probably would have ordered it anyway. Love me an oyster pancake. You'll find variations of this oyster pancake peppered throughout the south of China, and one of my favorite variations is the one you can find in Xiamen, where it's prepared with starch, so it's super soft and jiggly in texture, and it's served with this incredible sweet and sour chili sauce. As you can expect here in Chaozhou, it's prepared completely differently. For one, it's super crispy, and instead of a chili sauce, it's served with this super salty dipping sauce. Are you ready for the showstopper?
Oh wow, it's huge.
It's massive. It's like pizza sized, and you got to check out the size of these oysters inside.
Oh whoa, there's a lot.
I mean, you can see as a comparison how big those oysters are. Look how juicy they look. It's served with this, and I've been told I am not to pour it on top because it's very strong in flavor. Oh wow, super salty.
Seafood. It's got fish sauce in it. Oh, it's crunchy. Oh, I'm going to get a bit of crunch. Cheers.
Bon appetit. Wow.
It's good.
The oysters are so good. They're like butter. They melt in your mouth. The outside skin barely holding the oyster inside, and as soon as you bite into it, it just, the oyster juices just come out. The crispiness of that, you know, deep fried pancake contrasting with the softness and the smoothness and almost creaminess of those oysters is like absolutely unbelievable. What I love about this is like an ode to the sea.
An ode to the sea.
An ode to
Oh, we love to have oyster pancake.
Eat it and you're not distracted from the fact that this is seafood. There's nothing hiding it. Even that sauce is salty and slightly seafoody to like enhance. It feels like if I close my eyes, I'm eating this on the beach.
Very good.
You still prefer that?
I think so. I think.
I mean, I love that, but this is like
You prefer that?
I mean, it's just so good for the price.
Look at that. Look at that, just hunt for me. This really elevates it.
The onions on top, right?
They're just the fried onions on top, yeah.
Just to give you guys an idea of price, the chungfen, 23, and the oyster pancake is 38. So like...
That's $5, $4 or $5. Wow.
But before we go off exploring Chaozhou, guys, I want to share with you the sponsor of today's video. You already know what it is. I've already been using it today in this video as well as most of my other videos. It's my absolute favorite device. It's my Insta360, and this is the Insta360 X5. It's the newest model. You may be asking yourself, what's the point of a 360-degree camera? I'm going to tell you, it's the most handy tool to have in your kit, especially as a vlogger where you don't want to miss any moment, because it captures all angles, all the times, and you can always choose after the fact how you want to frame. Do you want it to be horizontal? Do you want it to be vertical? Do you want it to be, you know, zoomed in, zoomed out? Everything is up to you. You can even use AI to do the work for you and pick the best angle for every moment of the video. Plus, if you already know how you want your shot to look like, you can choose Instaframe mode, which will export a perfectly framed, instantly shareable flat video, as well as a 360-degree file at the same time, in case you change your mind about framing later. As you can see, we've got two cameras on either side. It takes the image from this side, the image from this side, blends it into one. Because it does that, it makes the selfie stick invisible. You can get some really creative camera angles. This is a camera so easy that even you could use it.
You're gonna let me hold it?
I'm gonna let you hold it.
Oh, I haven't been allowed to hold this so far.
The good thing about it is that it now is a lot more durable as well. The lenses are not as easily
What are you saying? I'm gonna drop it?
Well, I do have a replaceable lens. It now comes with a replaceable lens kit, which is huge. It means that I'm not like being super careful. You know what?
It's dad proof.
It's dad proof. Oh my God. Okay, I might come to regret this later, but I'm gonna give Dad a go. Fun fact, this camera shoots in 8K resolution for 360-degree footage, so it exports super clear. Also, thanks to adaptive tone mode, you'll get better dynamic range when going from environments with strong light to low light. So to sum up, basically the video quality on this is next level. And on the topic of new features, I wanted to mention one that's so big, but also so small at the same time. I don't know if you can even see it. It's this here, it's the Mic Air. It's the Insta360 inbuilt mic that features noise reduction. So the sound quality, as you can hear, is very impressive. I mean, this is the sound with And this is sound quality without the mic air. Okay, time to explore Chaozhou's old town, which has a history of around 1,600 years. Something you'll notice as soon as you start exploring this area is all the archways here. This street is actually called Paifengjie Archway Street, and it features 22 archways in total, and each one has its own story. But the charm of the old town extends far beyond this street. In fact, my favorite part of this old town was just wandering off the main road into the maze of narrow residential alleyways where you stumble upon glimpses of daily life, tea stores, and antiques. This is so cute. It's a little antique store, and they have this beautiful pastel taishan. This is like the god of money in China, and I kind of want it. 如果把这个放在我的房子里面，我的钱会越来越多吗？越来越多。That's all the encouragement I needed. This is my first ever antique purchase, and I paid 140 renminbi for it, roughly 20 bucks. I tell you, the combination of this weather and this taishan, I'm absolutely exhausted and
She
so
won't let
hot.
me carry it.
No, it's my taishan to bear.
Oh,
My wealth.
I see. So you get the wealth. Oh,
It's a sign from the universe.
It's a sign from the universe
carry
to
it.
let Daddy carry it.
But I just saw in a side street that we're about to pass that there's a little place for tea, and this looks really cute. We've got water. Shoes are off.
Shoes are off.
Aircon is on.
And I think it's time for a Beijing bikini because I can see why they do it. It's like take a bit of the heat away from my body.
Well, this will be nice. We're about to have some tea. I've got these delicate cups and just your belly in the background. But here in Chaozhou, they love their tea, and we're gonna learn how to brew it properly. Stop it! In Chaozhou, tea isn't just a drink, it's an art form. This is Gongfu Cha, Kung Fu tea, a centuries-old tea ceremony known for its incredible attention to detail. In fact, preparing a single pot of tea involves 21 distinct steps.
第一个呢就备气，然后就升华，净扫后华。以前是得这样，拿个上者，然后就慢慢的这样上。现在呢就改成这个，
哦，
然后就来清茶、制茶、温壶、温杯、纳茶、润茶、锅末、烫杯、高冲、滚杯、滴洒、顶茶、请茶、闻香。
Within these 21 steps, every movement and every gesture is precise and purposeful. Everything from the fact that there are only ever 3 cups, regardless of how many tea drinkers there are. That's because 3 cups together form the character pian, which means to taste, but also carries the deeper meaning of moral integrity.
你这会撞钱啊什么，但是人品是最重要的。
Want to have some duck poo tea?
Has it got real poo or real duck in it?
Neither. So the tea we're about to have is actually called duck poo tea. That's actually the name of this tea. According to legend, a farmer discovered this tea cultivar which had an incredible floral and fruity aroma. And feeling that others would steal or clone his prized tea, he jokingly called it duck shit fragrance to make it sound undesirable. 谢谢。
现在请。
你们在这里也会做这个吗？
对对对，
也会这么做吗？
也会。
So something you can do when you get tea is you can do this. And that means basically thank you in tea speak.
So it doesn't mean I want another one.
No.
It means thank you.
Yeah, so the story goes that the emperor one day, he went out of the palace and he was going incognito, but the tea master recognized him. And the tea master wanted to show respect, but at the same time didn't want to give away that that was the emperor. So what the tea master did is he put 2 fingers down like a kowtow, a subtle bow of fingers instead of kneeling. It's a tradition that exists to this day. And speaking of tea manners, here not only is it not rude to slurp your tea, it's actually one of the 21 essential steps of the tea enjoyment process.
错味就是。 它又这样吸了，让那个茶汤在这个口腔里，它这样茶里面的很多分子就打开了。
Oh, it's funny. It's hard to do that because my mother-in-law never liked that sound. And I know my father-in-law used to come back from, he worked in Thailand and Asia quite a bit, and he used to always slurp. And he said it's cultural, and she didn't like it, but that was...
Yeah, you're unlearning. And while we're talking tea manners, there's even a very specific way to hold your teacup. Because if you hold it normally like this, you've got one finger that's pointing at someone, which is rude. So you want to make sure that your fingers are all stuck on it, and you're not pointing at anyone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You're in the driver's seat, Dad.
Driver's seat, okay.
I'm interested to see if you can do this because, to be honest, using a gaiwan to make tea can be a little interesting. And that's because if you don't have the exact right technique, it's very hot on your fingers. But I don't know, I'm surprised because Dad seems to be a natural.
My fingers are burning off right now. It's very mindful. Taking a time out to think about something.
We left here feeling very relaxed, but also a bit jittery from all the tea we just drunk, so we head straight for our next meal, another Chaozhou classic recommended by our tea lady, guoqiao. It's the iconic rice noodles in beef soup. The broth base is the same for all of the bowls of soup, but the toppings can vary and you can pick and choose. I went for a mixed bowl of beef and beef balls because here in the Chaoshan region, beef balls are especially famous. This is a small bowl.
Whoa.
I would be very interested to see what the big bowl looks like. This looks so delicious and fresh. We also made sure to add some chili sauce to a bowl so we could dip our ingredients in. You get some meat, you dip it in this chili sauce, and then you eat. Oh my god, unbelievable.
Nice beef.
And it's sliced so thinly, which is reminiscent of the beef that I had in my Chaoshan beef hot pot.
The hot pot.
What do you think of the chili sauce?
I like it.
It's not overly spicy at all. It's more salty than anything. In fact, something we realized over the course of this day in Chaozhou is saltiness has been a running theme in almost every dish we tried here.
But I think in this climate, it makes you thirsty. So the thing I want now is to drink a bottle of water, but we've been sweating, and that's ideal because it's making you want to drink water, whereas sometimes you have to drink water because you're sweaty and you don't always feel like water. Now that I've had that salty stuff, the salty chili, I want to drink some water.
But not only that, I think that salt in this sauce, but also the sauce this morning that was really, really salty, it's replenishing some of those electrolytes that you lose through all the sweating. I mean, it's hot. Now to try those beef balls. Nice chopstick skills, Dad. Thought that was going to be a lot less graceful than it actually was. You good at tea?
I've learned
chopstick?
from the tea.
And now suddenly he's a chopsticks pro? Oh, Dad, I've never been so proud. I'm really impressed with you today,
She told me that I must have been Chinese in a previous life, the tea lady.
It was so impressive. Dad said at the fourth brew of tea, Dad turned to me and he says, "This is the best brew we've had." And I said, "Oh, Dad thinks that this one's the best." She's like, "You were Chinese in a past life," because apparently with that tea, the fourth brew is like the best one. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the ball?
Very interesting. Interesting texture.
So look inside, it's super airy. You can see all of the layers in there. Unlike regular meatballs, Chaoshan beef balls have an incredible springy texture, almost bouncy when you bite into them. And the secret is in the way they're made. Fresh beef is finely hand chopped with heavy knives for up to an hour until the meat becomes a sticky paste. Then the mixture is beaten and shaped by hand before being gently boiled, locking in that signature elasticity the Chaoshan people call tansing, or springiness. What you could compare the texture to is imagine you had superhuman teeth and you were biting through an elastic band ball, like you know one of those balls that you make from tying elastic bands, and as your teeth go through, it's separating all of the bands, and
it's a rubbery consistency. Nice with that chili sauce.
I tested it last time I was in the Chaoshan area. You can actually bounce these balls.
Oh, you can bounce.
They bounce quite high. We've eaten all the meat off it. Let's actually have some of these noodles.
Oh, the bean sprouts too.
Famous guoqiao.
So the noodles are famous.
Yeah. They didn't say come here and have beef. They said come here and have
the rice
noodles. What they did when I had Chaoshan beef hot pot last time I was in the area, what they do right at the end of the hot pot, after they finish boiling all of the beef in the hot pot, so the beef broth is already super beefy, they put in those noodles at the end and make exactly this. So I guess this is kind of like a Chaoshan beef hot pot, just without the hot pot, and perfect if you're dining solo. And let's try the noodles.
Gotta love the bean sprout in it.
The noodles are great. They're a rice noodle, but what I love is that you don't put them in your mouth and they break apart right away. They have some body to them and a nice chew. And what I'm gonna do, I've got a little bowl here where I've got some noodles and a little bit of beef, and I'm gonna put some of this chili sauce inside as well.
I've got to say what I really like is the noodle with the bean sprouts. You've got the noodle, then you get the crunch of the bean sprout, and a bit of freshness, a bit of lightness, but it just gives it that extra little lightness and crunch and really good.
Bring Dad to one of the food capitals of China. What's he raving about?
Bean sprouts.
The bean sprouts. What the hell? You've got some of China's best beef in front of you, and you're going on and on and on about the bean sprouts.
It's all about the balance.
I mean, I respect your opinions. And
the balance.
you know, you like those bean sprouts? Good on you.
I like the bean sprout.
I like the beef.
What I liked is it's a very textural dish. It's got the rubberiness of the beef balls, the softness and tenderness of the beef strip, the softness, the noodles with the bean sprouts giving it the crunch, and the textural dish was really nice.
鹅肉一定要在我们这里吃。
这里的那个鹅肉和Shunde的那个烧鹅应该
不一样，它是烧的，我们是卤的。我们这里卤鹅就是在我们这里就是一个糟 招朋友啊，招亲戚啊，是必备的一道菜。潮汕人不是喜欢拜拜吗？
对，
都有拜祖宗、拜老爷，我们都一定得有鹅。鹅在我们这里的地位是，比较高的。
And just like that, we had our dinner plan sorted. Actually, walking around today, I was seeing places everywhere selling lu'e, marinated goose. Basically, it's a goose that's simmered in lu shui, a braising liquid made from soy sauce, aromatic spices and herbs until the flavors soak deep into the meat. This here is the restaurant our taxi driver recommended, and inside, every table is fitted with plastic tablecloths. Why? Well, we soon found out. I guess it must get quite messy.
Wow.
So here's our goose. It's also worth noting this is a dish served at room temperature. Also, it's served alongside 2 sauces. This is really special. It's actually the brine that the goose was cooked in. And this one here is vinegar with garlic. It looks really moist. It looks very different from the Shunde goose because it's a completely different dish.
Completely different dish.
Also, she just explained to me that you want to have it all together. So we've got a, this is a free refill of congee. This is rice. And you basically have a bit of this, you dip it in this, you have it with this, you have it with that. You kind of just like do what you want to make this dish work for you. This tablecloth is really getting on my nerves.
Going in and just having a piece of goose.
By itself?
By itself.
Okay, I'll do the same in solidarity.
Yeah, way to start.
Oh, it smells good.
Whole goose. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's good.
Nice.
Very flavorful.
Juicy, it's salty,
Slightly sweet.
and goosey. What can you put on that to make it better? I don't know. Bean sprouts, maybe?
Now I want to try it with that brine. Look how thick that brine is. It really sticks to the goose. Oh, brine is amazing. Next level. It's that same salty, sweet, fragrant aroma you can taste in the goose, but just dialed up to flavor level 100. It's undiluted, whack-bang flavor right there. I have to say I'm a big fan of this. You've got your rice, you've got your goose. It goes perfect with the rice. And that brine is so thick, it really sticks to the goose. And I mean, I don't have every bite with some of this vinegary garlic sauce, but I think every now and again you need it because without it, it's quite a rich, heavy, sweet and salty kind of meal.
I like the garlic. I don't think it needs it. At the start I said it didn't need the garlic. It needs the garlic.
Yeah.
And it's now there's just a nice flavour profile.
It's a little bit sour, so it keeps it going down. It's almost like salt and vinegar chips. If it was only salt, you wouldn't eat them as much. You need that vinegar to keep it
going down.
Keep it going down.
Yeah, but the hero of the dish is the goose. Tablecloth.
Yeah, this is the.
Everything else is great.
Everything else is very pleasant, but this tablecloth is like really kind of getting to me.
It's like it's alive.
I actually think this is my favorite meal all day. What's been your favorite?
Ooh, the chun fin was up there until I had this. I could just eat a plate of that easy. Really good, really good, really good. Oh, so good.
When the plate came out, I thought that's going to be way too much for us. But actually, we've demolished it. I don't know how long we've been filming for. I'm looking at my camera, 5 minutes. It's gone.
The deeper you go into the bowl, into the plate of goose, the more the marfan quotient goes up. At the start, there's just little bits of bone. It's just
and it's a huge hunky bit of meat.
And then down the bottom, there's bigger. But that's all right. I'm still eating it. What do you do with the congee?
This is the same as the rice. They really love congee here. And actually, in this area, congee is not usually, I mean, you can have it for breakfast, of course, but congee is famous to have as like a late night snack, and it's often the most expensive meal of the day. When I was in Shantou last time, I went to something called baizhou, like literally white congee, and I was like, oh, that sounds a bit boring. But actually what it is this, you get your white congee, and then you pair it with all this different stuff, and it's essentially like your rice, but it's also really refreshing.
Are you drinking it?
Well, I don't see a spoon, so
I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna...
I was going to say, how do you chopstick it?
You can't. You don't just... They're going to throw you out of China for trying to eat congee with chopsticks. Someone from Chaozhou in the comments, please give us clarity on how to use this congee properly. Oh, that's good. I think that's how you do it.
I don't think it adds to the goose. I think it's its own entity you have between mouthfuls. So I don't think you have it with the goose because I think it actually takes away from the flavours. But between mouthfuls, I think you have that to maybe, like I said, tone down the greasiness, the heaviness of the goose.
Well, we didn't make it to Shunde, but we still got our goose. And it's way even tastier than I could have imagined. And as annoying as the tablecloths were, I have to admit, they served their purpose. This was a gloriously messy dish to eat, and the tablecloth gave us full permission to dig in without holding back.
Yeah, hand how? Yeah, really good.
这是什么？
这个海瓜子。
海瓜子。
海瓜子就是那个薄壳。
咸呀，有点咸。
试一下。
配粥会更好，配粥。
好好吃。我发现这个
潮州菜有点鲜，
对，
好好吃。
对对对。
拜拜，谢谢，
谢谢
下次见，
拜拜
再来。好，拜拜。Wow, that is salty.
What did you get?
That's definitely. I don't know what
You
it
don't
was.
know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
I'm glad you didn't turn to me and say, Dad, have a spoonful of this.
No, I thought that might be a bit outside of your comfort zone, not knowing what it
Yeah,
is.
we're just having dinner and
Just
sharing dinner.
they're the staff, yeah.
Owners and staff. That's nice.
Yeah, but definitely something I'm taking away from the day is that Chaozhou food is really salty. Like
Salty, yeah.
It's the only place that really rivals it in terms of. I don't know if I've been somewhere that has saltier food, to be honest. Like that mouthful. Whoa.
I can't remember a place that's more salty
Yeah.
without adding salt on it.
Yeah.
And that's not a criticism. I really like the taste of salt. I like the salty thing. And I'm convinced it's just to make us thirsty. I'm thirsty now.
Well,
I
we've
drink a bottle of
drunk
water.
so much today. I've had like 5 bottles of water because every meal we just have another bottle of water.
Now we're heading back to the old town because every night at 8 p.m. there's a light show on the river, and in these low light conditions it was the perfect chance to test out the Insta360 X5 pure video mode, and I have to say I'm really impressed with how clear and vivid the footage looks. We got to the river just in time for the show to start, and wow, we definitely weren't the only ones with this idea. The crowds were huge. I couldn't see a thing. Luckily with my Insta360 and a long selfie stick I could capture everything.
I can't see a thing, but I'm hoping I was able to catch some of that on my Insta360. I want to say a huge thank you to the Insta360 X5 for sponsoring this video. As always, it's a pleasure. I love using this so much, and if you want to learn more about it or get one for yourself, you can check out the link in my description. But yeah, that brings us to the end of our day in Chaozhou. How have you liked it?
I want to say I've had a great day. Thanks, Chaozhou. Great food, great experiences, and the best tour guide ever. She's so good.
Well, I really didn't do anything. It was the local people that put us in the right direction.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the exact same thing tomorrow. So you guys can stay tuned for next week's video. We're going to go to Shunde because why not? We've got another few days here before you have to go home.
Yep.
So we're going to squeeze the lemon. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And goodbye from Chaozhou.